Are you looking for a good rule of thumb when it comes to your percentages of how you should be living and how your money should be allocated? Well, today we're going to be breaking down the 50-30-20 rule and seeing if it actually is the best way to go. How's it going, everyone? And welcome back. I'm Craig, and I'm a financial coach who is passionate about helping people break the paycheck to paycheck cycle and finally find some peace of mind when it comes to their money. Now, there are some good ways to break out your money in a lot of different ways, things people recommend when it comes to how much should you be spending on food, how much should you be spending on your utilities or your fun and all those things. So how can you know if what you're spending on groceries is actually in that recommended range? We're going to be breaking that down today in something called the 50-30-20 rule and how that is a recommended overall view of how you should be allocating your income every month. Now, before we dig into it, I do want to give you guys my free financial freedom roadmap. If you haven't snagged this yet, it is a step-by-step guide out of the paycheck to paycheck cycle. Literally tells you what to do so that you can finally find peace of mind when it comes to your money. I will email that to you. Just click right up there, grab that, and it'll be sent straight to your inbox, free of cost, my gift to you. All right. So the 50-30-20 rule, what is it? Have you heard of it? And if not, what does it really mean? So what it is it's a rule of thumb for how to allocate your money. So you make a certain amount every month in your income. What should you be doing with it? What's a good rule of thumb? Now, again, everybody is different. So personal finance is personal. So you may not fall into these percentages, but this is just a overall view of it. So what it is 50% of your income should be going towards needs. Now, this is your mortgage, your groceries, your minimum debt payments is going to be a need. Unless you can't make them, but we're going to put that in that 50% category. Those types of things, your clothing, gas for your car, all those things that are needs, things that you couldn't make money if you didn't have it. You couldn't have a quality of life if it wasn't there. Now, that should be half of your income should be going to that. Now, if you're in debt, odds are that number has surpassed that 50% mark. We want to get that to that 50% mark as much as possible. Now, the 30, so this is a 50-30-20 rule, 30% of your money going towards those wants. Now, if you are focused on getting out of debt and really trying to pull back, then this is the area where you can really dwindle that percentage to even lower than 30. But 30 is a good rule of thumb that this recommends. So 30% is going towards restaurants, towards the Hulus, the Netflixes, all those things, dates, dinners, whatever it is, vacations, those that should all be falling into that 30% window. Now, what I like about this is it gives you permission to spend. So if you're really following that percentages, then 30% of your money, you get to choose how you want to divvy that out to the fun stuff. And then the 20, so 50-30-20, 20% of your money should be going towards savings. So building your savings, once your emergency fund is done, retirement would be there. Now we recommend about 15% of your money going to retirement, but also then some of it going to college savings for your kids if that's what you're doing. This could also be paying down debt, extra debt payments. So the 50% section had your minimum payments. This is where the extra payments are going. If you're snowballing like I recommend, we're powering through that debt. We're going as fast as we can. Then we're using that 20%. So you have maybe just a small emergency fund right now of $1,000 to $2,000. Once that's there, then all of that 20% we're going to be dumping towards wiping out your debt. Because by getting rid of debt, lowering those principals is really saving money. You're getting rid of that negative. Debt is kind of like the negative. Here's the baseline. If you owe $30,000 in debt, that means you're $30,000 in the negative when it comes to savings. So by paying that off, we're getting ourselves up to that baseline, and then you can start saving up money and start investing for retirement and all that good stuff. So 50-30-20. Now, is this the best way to go? The truth is No. I mean, it's a good rule of thumb. I recommend going into your budget and seeing if you fall into it, but everybody is different. And depending on where you are in the financial journey, you may need to tweak it. Like I said, if you're trying to get out of debt as fast as possible, you may not want to be putting 30% of your income toward fun once. In fact, I would probably try and bring that down if possible if you're trying to get out of debt, because you can always bring it back to that 30% mark. So it's a good rule of thumb, big picture, but everybody's different. Now, if you want to figure out what your percentages should be, how should your budget be structured? Are you doing the right things? How can you speed things up? Set up a free video call with me. There's a link in the description below. We can hop on a free 30-minute financial kickstart session. We'll give you some clarity. We'll figure out where your money's going. Is it the right place? And what can we do to maybe tweak it a little bit to speed that process up? All right. What do you think of the 50-30-20 rule? Is it something you use? Is it something that you believe in? Let us know in the comments box below. And I would love to see you guys again. All you have to do is hit the subscribe button, and I will be back on your screen next week. All right, guys. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care.